yet. So if you scroll to the right, we'd like to see that.
Yeah, I think ወደ መጨረሻ አካባቢ ነው። ቀጥል።
Okay, so your outside light level is your Q ambient out, and you can see that it's around 1,500 micromoles, between 1,500 and 1,700 micromoles. So outside the chamber, you had a very high light intensity. However, inside, I'm not sure why it's there.
Can you check the box so we can also look at group leaf Q?
Okay. Yeah. And go to the end again, or yeah. አሁን እንትን ሰንጠረዡ ላይ ወደ ቀኝ ወደ መጨረሻው ሂድ. It looks like maybe the light was not turned on.
Off. Yeah, it was off in the chamber. Scroll to the left a little bit. I'd like to look at some other columns here.
ወደ ግራ አንድ ሁለት መለስ
Okay, whoop. Where?
What do you guys want to look at?
Leaf Q.
So the leaf Q group is going to be between gas exchange and MES.
Okay.
When we select the groups, it goes right to left, so gas exchange is first, and then leaf Q is second, and MES is third. So if we
So go to
scroll,
the left.
Yeah. ከላይ ይታያል measure flow, measure PM የሚለው በግሩፑ ልክ እንደዚህ በቼክ ቦክሶቹ ተርታ ነው የሚያደርጋቸው። ስለዚህ ትንሽ ወደ ግራ ብትል ከmeasured ወደ leaf Q ግሩፕ ይቀየራል። ሰንጠረዡ ላይ ነው ትንሽ ወደ ግራ
ታች
ከታች ወደ ግራ yeah back much so መልሰው ወደ leaf Q የሚሉት ቫሪያብሎች እስኪመጡ መሀል አካባቢ አድርገው እስቲ
leaf Q ፈልግ
Okay, QN. Okay, that's good.
Why is it 0 in the other one?
so I noticed that it was Q and in, and this particular chamber does not have an internal ambient light level. So our clear chambers, or the ones that can be sometimes used with light sources, but sometimes not, have their own light source. But the fluorometer doesn't have a Q amb in sensor, so that's normal for that to be 0.
Yeah.
Okay, but at this high light level, I would expect much higher conductance and higher photosynthesis. So I think really that RH value that Elizabeth talked about earlier is probably the key as far as why your photosynthesis rates are so low. I mean, at this light level, I assume this is a C3 tree. Is that right? Is this a C3 or C4? Most C.
ትሪቱ ሆኖ በስሪ ሪፕሊኬሽን ይሰራል ወጣ ደግሞ ኮኔክሽን ቆይተው አትንካ ኮኔክሽን ወጣ ጠፋ ይሰራል። እኔ ጋር ገብቷል። ሰርቷል አሉ እየጠበቁ ነው አሉ። Sorry, we got a connection problem.
No problem. We understand.
Okay. So go ahead.
Okay. One question I had is we wanted to take a look at, did you have any other data that you collected yesterday or today that you'd like us to take a look at?
Screen share አድርጋችሁ ምን አጠፋው እኮ
ሌላ ሜዥርመንት ነበረ እንደ 31 32 ሚሊዮን አየን። ሌላ ነበረ?
Yes, we have.
GR1 ሚል አይ ቲንክ አይቼ ነበረ።
አዎ
እሱ ምንድን ነው?
የግራስ ዋን ነው።
Okay, they have a measurement on grass. Yes.
So please wait for a minute until
Gabrakida
yeah.
joins in.
Manon,
Yes.
you asked a question. You asked us a question about where did we take the when did we take the measurement? We did it today in the morning.
Okay.
Sure.
We
Like cool.
we used the C3 plan.
C3.
Okay.
Plan.
Okay. Yeah, so the thing that is puzzling Elizabeth and I is that, you know, the light level outside the chamber for this file that we're looking at is 1600, which should be close to full saturating conditions, saturating light conditions for this plant. And you have a ambient CO2 concentration that is reasonable. And still we're seeing photosynthesis and conductances that are much lower than we would expect for this light level. So it's really, yeah, it's interesting. Do you think this tree was stressed at all? Was it kind of in the, you said you took it earlier today. Is it?
Not like early, it's around 11.
Around 11, okay.
Yes. It was a sunny day. It was sunny.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
It was sunny. The light was there.
Okay, it was sunny, the light was there. Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
What, I mean, was the tree under stress?
No.
With this high light, the photosynthesis, the assimilation number should be higher, the conductance should be higher, even if the average is low, right?
Because
Maybe when we took the measurement, it was covered by the leaf. Maybe that was the reason.
was the leaf filling the chamber?
Yeah, the chamber was covered by the leaf, the upper leaf. Maybe that was the reason. Because the leaf was very tiny, the last one, and also even the leaf were very small.
Okay, so that might be the reason. Because the leaf area, if you recall from yesterday, the leaf area is assumed to be filling the whole chamber.
Yeah, but
And if you're not filling the whole chamber, then you have to enter your leaf area.
the reason why
And-
we took that was we usually do our experiment by tape crop. The tape crop is very tiny. The leaf is very thin. So that is why we selected the thin leaf to check how the instrument works.
Mhm. And that's perfectly fine. You do not have to fill the leaf area to take measurements. However, in the data file, you do have to enter the amount of leaf area that was in your chamber, because all of your photosynthesis, your transpiration, your conductance, it's all calculated based on leaf area. And so if you're not filling the full area, you need to correct that in your data file. And that way photosynthesis will be calculated properly. So I think what's happening here is that photosynthesis and transpiration are low because the leaf area is not correct in your data file. So if you actually put in the leaf area that was in the chamber and we recalculate, I'm probably that will bring your photosynthesis and transpiration rates up to a more normal value. Because right now they're just too small. And again, that makes sense. If you had less leaf area in the chamber than what the chamber assumes, then your data is going to go in the right direction. So the easiest way to do that is actually not on the instrument. It's the best way is to download your Excel file and bring it into Excel, and then go to your leaf area column, and you can edit that data for the actual leaf area that was in your chamber. Does that make sense?
I have a question, Shannon. If
Go
in
ahead.
that case, is that possible to measure 2 leaves or 3 leaves at a time to cover the instrument? Is that possible?
It is possible. We recommend if you're gonna put several leaves in, and actually, I worked with winter wheat, so I was very used to not filling my leaf area, very narrow leaves. One recommendation I would have is to get a spare chamber. Do we have an aperture? Let me show. I think it'll be easier to show.
ባለፈው የጤፍ ላይ ልትሰሩ እንደምትችሉ እኔም አስቤ ፎቶውን ሳሳያቸው ነበርና ኦልሬዲ ትንሽ ዲስከስ አድርገነዋል እና እሷ እንዳለችው እሷ ዊንተር ዊት ስንዴ ላይ ሰርታለች እና የእሱም ቅጠሉ ቀጠን ያለ ነው እና አሁን አንዳንድ አይዲያዎች አሉ ሹል ዲስከስ
እኛም ተቸግረን የነበረ እሱ ጋር ነው። ሊፉ በጣም ቀጫጭን ስለሆነ የጤፍ ለዛ ብለን ነው በግራስ ጋር ሞክረን ነው።
ያ አይ ጥሩ አደረጋችሁ፣ ምክንያቱም መመካከሩ አሁን ጥሩ ሰዓት ላይ ነው።
So this is just the aperture of the fluorometer chamber. I just took it out. What I would recommend doing is you can put a little bit of double stick tape and basically lay your leaves right next to each other. And the double stick tape will keep the leaves in place while you put in your other leaves. So you can put them side by side in the chamber before you clamp down, and then you'll fill the aperture. One thing.
Can I say? Okay. So ያለችው 3 አንድ ላይ 2 3 አንድ ላይ ማድረግ ትችላላችሁ።